Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a powerful pick a card love reading to uncover what they secretly think about you, the thoughts, feelings, and emotions they may not be ready to say out loud. This could be someone you're in connection with, someone from your past, or even a secret admirer who just can't get you off of their mind. So take a deep breath, ground your energy, and focus on that person. Ask your intuition, what does this person secretly think about me? When you're ready, choose the pile that pulls you in the most. Trust that the one you're drawn to holds the message meant for you. Let's see what's really going on in their heart and mind when they think about you. So now it's time to choose your pile. In front of you, you'll see three piles. Each one holds a message about what this person secretly thinks about you, what's in their heart, and what they might wish they could say. Take a deep breath and clear your mind. Focus on the person and ask your higher self, what does this person secretly think and feel about me? Let your intuition guide you. The pile that instantly catches your eye or the one your energy keeps returning to is the one that holds your message. Once you've chosen, hold that energy close and we'll dive right into your reading. Hello to those of you who chose pile number one. So we're going to take a look at this person, what they're thinking and feeling, what they like or what they may not like about you, and what they would like to say to you. And we'll get any other messages that Spirit wants to reveal about this person. So they're viewing you as the Hermit in reverse. Okay, and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay. We also have the Thief. We have the Companion. All right. And we have Prince energy. All right. We have Great Fortune. We have Gift. And we have Concern. And what they want to say to you. Okay. Okay. So pile number one with the Hermit card. I do think that this person feels like, with this Virgo energy, that you are somebody who's very wise, but they may feel sometimes like you overthink things or you sometimes get stuck on the details. Now, again, this does not have to be a romantic partner for some of you. This could be like a coworker, a boss, a friend, a family member. But with the Hermit in reverse, they may feel sometimes that you can be a little bit harsh or judgmental, but particularly to yourself. Like you're really, really hard on yourself. And you may have a tendency to sometimes get stuck on the details. Now, with the Three of Pentacles here, this person may feel like you two kind of go back and forth. Now, maybe this has been a back and forth relationship, like one where it's off and on, or where sometimes you hang out, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you work well together, sometimes you don't. But I do get kind of an energy here of going back and forth. I do feel like this person feels like you two are quite compatible. But to be honest, this is feeling like a much more platonic relationship. Now, that might not be the news some of you want to hear if we're inquiring about a romantic partner. But I do think that there is this like platonic energy here that this person really does appreciate about you. Even if it is a romantic partner, it's like this ability to be friends, to laugh and to enjoy each other. But I do think that this person feels like you two are not always on the same page, or that maybe you don't like have the same type of lifestyle, or maybe they think that maybe you don't want the same things. Now, with the Queen of Cups here, she's very loving. She's very intuitive. I feel like this person feels like you always look nice, even when you're dressed down, or if they've ever caught you like in your pajamas or something like that, or like on a day off or something, or when you're dressed down, or when you're not like ready to leave the house. Like they feel like you still look really nice and like well put together, or they like appreciate that. Like, I don't know, I feel it's just an interesting energy. Like they admire that you always look good, even when you don't think you do. I'm also getting that this person loves your creative expression. They love that you're not afraid to express yourself, or how you express yourself, especially those of you who may be artists, writers, poets, whatever it is you do. It doesn't have to be any of those things. I do think this person really appreciates how you express yourself. I feel sometimes this person, though, may feel like you don't always give emotionally, though, is kind of what I'm getting. So sometimes this person has a hard time getting a read on you. Sometimes they have a hard time figuring out what you're really feeling, or sometimes they feel like you might like you might hold back. So like when I'm talking about that creative expression here, pile number one, like they love the creative ways that you express yourself, but they do feel like sometimes you have a hard time letting people in or letting them in. And like, so, and I feel like sometimes like they know that you deal with your problems on your own, or like when you're stressed out about something that you kind of shut down, or you need to deal with that on your own. And and sometimes like I don't know if that frustrates them, but it feels like sometimes they wish that you would maybe open up more to them, let them in more to your inner world. Now, with the energy here of great fortune, I do think this person feels like you have a lot to offer. I also think this person feels like if you're not where you want to be when it comes to your abundance and it comes to your finances, that you will get there. Like they know that you persevere. They know that you have what it takes, or they see you as someone who is extremely successful already. I also think this person definitely sees your worth and your value. But I am getting a message here. Like I do feel sometimes this person might feel like, I don't know if you spend your money too quickly, or you spend your money on things they wouldn't spend their money on, or sometimes you may be a little bit of an overgiver. And although it feels like they see you as having a lot, sometimes they might feel like you either give too much, or you don't pay enough attention to where your time and your energy are being placed. Whether that's in helping the wrong people, or whether it's, spending frivolously, or not being regimented enough when it comes to that. This person definitely feels like you're a gift in their life. They've learned a lot from you. You've helped them a lot is what I'm getting, whether that's, that could be in any way, shape, or form. But I still kind of feel like this person feels like you might be a little bit of an overgiver, and that might be something that still needs to be healed. Some of you too, I'm getting that double message here, that they know that you worry a lot. This person knows that you worry a lot, and sometimes this person feels like you might worry too much. And again, getting stuck on the details, or maybe you worry too much about other people is kind of what I'm getting, like this energy of like, like you're always very worried about taking care of other people, or you're worried about them, or you're worried about your family members or your friends. And that like sometimes that you don't I'm I'm not saying that you don't worry enough about yourself, but again, like your focus is always like on other people, and like you're always helping other people and giving to other people. And I kind of get this energy of them wishing that you wouldn't do that so much, because they know that it really drains you, or they know that, like, half of that energy really should be, poured back into you. So I do think like that, it bothers them, but not in the sense that it annoys them about you, but it bothers them in the sense that they know that maybe some people take advantage of you, your kindness of, like just giving to others. And so I do think that this person most likely secretly worries about you, or worries about that you're left feeling emotionally drained, physically drained, financially drained in situations, whether it's at work or with family. Now, they're seeing you as the thief archetype. So this person also, like, despite the fact that they feel like you may overgive too much in different areas of your life, pile number one, you also shed light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. But it's like you've also taught this person a lesson about not being so superficial or materialistic. Like, they recognize that, yes, like, you obviously, your finances and your stability and things like that are really important to you. But I also think you've taught this person about the stuff that isn't material, the stuff that isn't physical. And I do think that there's an admiration there from this person. Like, I do think that they've learned to be less superficial in your presence, or they've learned to see that there are other things that are more important. They feel like you're really honest with this thief archetype as well. Like, they know that they could trust you, that you wouldn't like steal from them. You don't take other people's ideas. Now, with the companion energy, we're seeing the shadow attribute. So sometimes, this person, I don't think this person sees you as disloyal. But I do think sometimes they question about whether or not it's a good idea to be in like a partnership here, or a romance, or like a long-term, like, like a higher level partnership or romance. And I don't feel so much that because they don't think that you're loyal, but they may feel like because you overgive so much, like they're not sure that, that like you would, I don't know, that you would maybe be too married to like your family, or too married to your friends, or to some of your causes. Now, I'm not saying that it's necessarily a bad thing to give and to help, right? That's not the message. But I do think this person worries about being like partners with you, or being in a long-term relationship, again, because some of you, this might not be a love relationship. It could be a business partner or something like that, or a coworker. Sometimes they might worry that you lose your identity in situations, because you have a little bit of this people pleasing. You have a little bit of this people pleasing energy here. I think this person does see you as loyal. I'm actually seeing them seeing you as loyal to a fault. And we see this Prince energy also showing up as the shadow attribute. So I do think that there are, for those of you where this is a romantic connection, they definitely are attracted to you. Again, I feel like they always feel like you look good. Like even when you wake up on Saturday morning, that you just like, you naturally look really good. Like you don't need to like, put makeup on, or you don't need to, get ready, like you always look good. I feel like that's definitely there. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this person questions the potential of this being like a powerful relationship. Or they question whether or not you two are like a really compatible match. And I was seeing that with the Three of Pentacles. Because I do think that they feel this romance, this romantic energy, or this desire to come together with you in whatever capacity it might be. But I think they worry about this overgiving energy, or, how you oftentimes feel very drained. Again, loving the way you express yourself creatively, but then sometimes when it comes to like that real true intimacy, and I'm not talking about necessarily, sexual intimacy, but that true intimacy, that you have a tendency to kind of shut down and need time on your own. And so it's like this, like kind of this back and forth with like your independence and this interconnectedness. I do think this person questions that. They question whether or not this is going to be a good fit for something more long-term or something more serious because of those things. And I also think this person questions whether or not that, not your loyalty, but more so if you're going to be more loyal to your causes, your family, your friends, than necessarily the partnership here. Now, what they would like to say to you is, I wish I could take back my words. So there's something here they regret saying. I don't want to know. And I want you back. So for some of you, this person really is missing you. And for some of you, if there's like a separation or you're not talking, I feel like this person doesn't want to know how bad they've hurt you or even what you've been up to in the meantime. Because I think if they know that they really hurt you, for example, it would hurt them, right? They would feel more shame than they might already. If you hear any weird noises, there's a big storm rolling through. We've got some thunder rumbling. I also feel like this person, like there's a part of that, like I get what I don't want to know. It's like part of them doesn't want to see, or they're scared to see if they've caused any damage or hurt here. Because they know that you're very sensitive, but they know also that you don't always really share that or show that. So for a lot of you, you may not have spoken to this person for a bit, or you've pulled your energy back, or I'm not saying you've ghosted, but like you've gone within. And they know that when you do that, like something big is up, or they know that you feel very deeply, but you oftentimes don't let other people see it. And I want you back, but there's a part of this person that does really miss you. So, I mean, obviously it could be an ex, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic reading. So this is what they secretly think about you and what they want to say to you. Can we see if there's any, what are their future actions towards you? What are this person's future actions towards you within the next 7 days of hearing this reading? Page of Cups, but not really reaching out. Thinking a lot about you, but not really reaching out. Faith. If you're in separation from this person, although they want you back, it's like this person still isn't really sure if coming back together is the best option for you and them. I also get they don't want to mislead you, because I almost feel like they don't fully know. And again, that faith energy in reverse can be family and friends weighing in, or it can be like maybe we're better off like not on the same path right now. And the Hermit card, yeah. I do think there will be little ways, though, with the Hermit card coming through, and we have strong Taurus and Virgo coming through. Also strong water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That could be in your chart. It could be in theirs. It may not have anything to do with whom you're thinking about. But I kind of feel like this person is thinking about you a lot. I think they're actually even stressing about this. Stressing about a decision they made, or stressing about not talking. Stressing about like what they really want here. Because this person didn't or doesn't want to hurt you, but at the same time, they're not so sure about the path forward here. I also think with the Hermit in reverse, there may be little ways though that they kind of show up. So this could be you seeing that they're liking your stories, or they're, hearting your pictures or your stories, or, maybe leaving like comments in on mutual friends accounts and things like that. Like I feel like they're going to be like circling you, pile number one, within the next week or so, but I don't think that they're really quite ready to reach out. Okay. Anything else we need to know here? Anything else we need to know here, please? Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So whatever you feel, pile number one, is lacking in your life, slowly but surely that's going to be shifting. And there's beware of a two-faced friend. I don't think it's necessarily this person. I mean, it could be, but I feel more so beware of this not beware of this person, beware of this two-faced friend here. Someone that may be gossiping about you or about this situation, okay? Advice and guidance for pile number one here, please. Advice and guidance for pile number one. Yeah. There's deception here. And again, this person's true feelings, they may not have really ever expressed them. But I'm also getting there's advice to be aware of people around you, that two-faced friend, and somebody may be trying to stab you in the back there. And your focus right now should be on healing. Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. So your focus really needs to be healing and love. Self-love. Unconditional love is what you deserve. Okay, there may have been passion, affection, and attraction here, but now is the time, is what I'm getting right now. Pile number one is for you to focus on yourself. And I don't know if this person stabbed you in the back, or there's somebody around you, like a two-faced friend, that you need to be aware of. Okay, pile number one, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care. Welcome in to those of you who chose pile number two. So we're going to take a look at what this person's hidden feelings are for you. All right, so we see, or how they, what they secretly feel about you. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Six of Swords. Okay. We have the Samaritan archetype. We have the Virgin archetype. We have the Queen archetype. Okay, all coming out in the upright. All right. We have Wealthy Man. We have Lovers. And we have Privileged Lady. Okay. And then what they would like to say to you. I saved your messages. We'll be together again. And I want to be more than friends. Okay. So this could be somebody around you here who wants to be more than friends. It could be someone who's missing you. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic situation. So just keep that in mind. Maybe you're asking about a family member or a coworker or something like that. But the Four of Pentacles in reverse tells me this person, or the Four of Pentacles here tells me this person sees you as somebody who does offer a lot of stability, or they kind of feel, what I'm getting is that you and them are on the same path towards building something stable or working towards stability. Like I feel this person feels like you and them have the same work ethic, which they're very attracted to. Again, whether you're a friend, they want to be lovers, boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage partners, whatever it is, they do feel like you kind of take that same approach to life, like working hard, working towards your stability. This person feels like you're really compatible. I also feel like this person feels like like you don't hold back very much, but they really appreciate that. So like if you see somebody that needs help, like you just help them. You don't sort of him and haw about it. If there's something you want, you get it, right? Or you go for it. And I feel like this person really truly appreciates that about you, pile number 2. I also feel that they like that you're very grounded, down to earth. Maybe you like the outdoors. But I'm also seeing that they see you as somebody who's very healthy. So again, that can be emotionally, that could be like you like to work out, exercise, yoga, go hiking, eat organic foods, like whatever it is. This person sees you as somebody who's very grounded. They see you as maybe even earthy, maybe even as an earth angel is kind of what I'm getting. But if you don't identify as earthy or earthy in particular, it's they're seeing you as healthy. They're seeing you as stable. They're seeing you as somebody that you really calm this person's nervous system. They feel like there's camaraderie here between the two of you and like a lot of compatibility and like you're working towards the same thing. Some of you might I kind of get like you and this person, maybe neither of you like big crowds, for example. So you both like quiet nights at home, or you like spending time, in nature, with family, like kind of quiet weekends rather than, like big blowout weekends and festivals and things like that. I feel like you have similar hobbies as well, like what you like to do on your time off. I think they feel like you're quite compatible, that you enjoy doing the same things. I feel like this person has been watching you for a while, right? Like, and again, not like a creepy stalker, but like if like let's say you work with this person or they're a neighbor, like they've been checking you out for quite some time is kind of what I'm getting. So I do think they actually have a lot that they think about you, but they haven't expressed. With the Queen of Pentacles, this person feels like you're stable, you're loving and you're giving, but you're not over giving. They may also really feel like you have like that you're a creative person. So whether you're always in the garden or you like to paint or you like to sing or you make music or pottery or whatever it is you do, knit, crochet, build things, whatever it is, they feel like they feel like you're very creative and they like that about you. They're very attracted to that in you. And again, when I say attracted to you, if this isn't a romantic person, it's like maybe they're thinking about hiring you, for example, right? But I just feel for a lot of you, this person sees you as somebody who always looks good, somebody who's always taking really good care of themselves. You always look like you're going somewhere. And there's also this energy of independence about you that they really appreciate. They also know that you're not gonna just stay in a situation because you're comfortable or because you feel like you should. I do think with the 6 of Swords, this person knows that you will, that you'll send someone packing or you'll leave a situation if it does mess with your peace, if it's not bringing you value. But this person definitely doesn't see you as someone who's they don't see you as somebody who's like necessarily like contentious or confrontational, but like you will do what you want in a way that maybe sometimes only people realize after the fact. Or you'll do what you want in a way that kind of leaves people really thinking like, huh, pile number 2. They just do what they want, but they don't make a big stink about it. And there's like a real power in that. I feel like you bring this person peace. And again, I kind of get an energy of this person having been around you for quite some time, maybe even more time than you realize, like secret admirer vibes or like a neighbor or coworker. But they've definitely been like if and when you ever talk to this person, they're going to know more about you than than you think they do. Right? Like internally, they've got a thick file on you, is what I want to say, right? This person feels like pile number 2, like I said, that you're a peaceful person. You may keep to yourself, but at the same time, like, you're not afraid to engage, or, you keep to yourself and you're happy and you're okay on your own and you're independent, but you're not afraid to let others in, and you're not afraid to, let go when you need to. And, if you want to talk to somebody, you do. So there's this like very quiet confidence here about you is what they're secretly thinking. Now, this person sees you as a really good person with the Samaritan card, so they see you as helping people, friends, family members. Maybe you volunteer. Maybe you just at work you help the new guy, right? Or the new person. Like you're very service oriented. They feel like you're very like you have your own honor system, your honor code, your morals and your values. They like that you're like a morally driven person. And for some of you, that comes from your faith. Now, they see you as the virgin and the queen, which is interesting. So they see that you maintain symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So they feel like you're pure. They feel like you're white light, pile number two. Again, maybe even not even of this world type energy, like a real, like you give off this real earth angel vibe for them. And they see that. And they're intrigued by it, or they're very drawn to it. They feel really good in your presence. And with this queen energy, they see you as royalty. But it's like this understated royalty. Like they know they know your worth and your value, but they also know that like you're not in other people's faces about it. It's this like quiet confidence and power. Like you were born into royalty, right? This is what you radiate. But I hope that makes sense because there's no arrogance here. Like they just see you as somebody who's super next level. They see you as somebody who's super humble. They see you as somebody who's in the flow. You're not controlling or demanding, but your power comes from your benevolence and your kindness, but you're definitely not a pushover. Okay, so that's what they secretly think about you. Now, with the wealthy man energy here, I feel like this person, I feel like this person might feel like either you have more than you actually show. Okay, like if you kind of dress down and dress casually, or you're kind of, you're good with money, like you're not too flashy, for example, but like they feel like you have more than you let on. Like, they wouldn't be surprised if you're a millionaire there walking around, right? That's the energy that you give off. I also think that this person finds you to be extremely attractive and well put together, confident, but there's nothing superficial about you. They love that you're real. Okay, sorry about the switch in audio, pile number two, but my battery was about to go. So I do apologize about that. But this person just feels like you're real. They might also feel like you're hiding some wealth, or they wouldn't be surprised to find out that, you're that secret millionaire. That's the vibe you give off. This person is very physically attracted to you, is what I'm getting. For those of you where this isn't like a family member or something like that. Or they see that you're very physically attracted or attractive to others. But it's interesting, this person also feels like they know that you're like no BS. This is kind of what I'm getting. They know that you stand firm in your values. They see that you stand firm in your values, and you may even be a little bit even rigid about that. But there's this flow energy with you. So although you might be really rigid when it comes to your morals and your values, you're also not so rigid that everything is set in stone if somebody can prove otherwise to you. I also feel this person secretly, a lot of you, this person secretly desires you sexually and fantasizes about you in that way. I mean, it's coming through very strong here. And with this privileged lady energy, I feel like this person, again, it's this confirmation of them seeing you as somebody who's not arrogant, somebody who's very service oriented, somebody who's, it's like you're not expecting anything from anybody, is what I'm getting. But at the same time, it's like you've given yourself so much. You've given yourself everything that you have, and they just really appreciate that. They also really, they like the way you dress. They like the way you put yourself together. There's a real elegance about you. You know, and however you might dress, however you might put yourself together, they see that you take a lot of time and care and effort, and they really do appreciate that. But they love the fact that you're very down to earth and you don't really expect much in return, but you're not an overgiver. You bring this person peace when you're around, or they feel more at peace when you're around. But they also love the fact that you're not afraid to take yourself away from a situation that just doesn't serve you. It's like this benevolent ruler energy. And they're very physically attracted to you, but they might also sometimes question whether or not you're physically attracted to them. Or maybe they feel like they can't tell you that. Again, it could be like your boss or something like that. Now, what they want to say to you is, I saved your texts and messages. So this person, whatever you say to them, it hits them really, really deep. And if you have messaged this person or emailed them or whatever, they've saved those. They cherish those. They reread them. We will be together again. Now, for some of you, obviously, it could be that this is somebody you dated before, or somebody you see during the holidays, or somebody you see in a place you like to go back to. Some of you, it could be an old friend. But there's an interesting energy because we see him looking at us confidently as she's moving off into the direction. And again, whether male or female, it doesn't matter. It's like this might be somebody that you leave and you come back to. So again, a coworker, maybe you leave them at night and you go home and then you see them in the morning. Or it could be someone you see, like on a yearly basis or every year at the annual Christmas party, whatever it might be. But this person always looks forward to seeing you. And we see, I want to be more than friends. So some of you, this secret admirer or this person's secret feelings are, it really boils down to this Lover's card, that they're very, very physically attracted to you. But this person also knows they need, like, that they don't want to take a wrong step with you. They don't want to misstep here with you, because you are in this energy of power and like self-confidence and this like quiet confidence that if they were to overstep or misstep with you, they know that, you would tell it to them straight, or you would, walk off, or you would, cut them off. Although I don't really get that energy here between the two of you, but like they also know they need to act right with you. So their future actions towards you within the next 7 days or so is the 7 of Wands. Okay, so this person, I feel like this is somebody who's very defensive of you. Okay, so if it's a coworker or if it's a friend or what have you, like, nobody can speak badly about you in their presence. But I also think that they're protecting their energy, like with the 7 of Wands, like they're not quite ready to take any action here. Magician card, Virgo, Gemini energy. And we see the 9 of Wands in reverse. So we do have Mercury that is going to retrograde, if I'm not mistaken, in November. But Spirit's saying this person may communicate to you after Mercury retrograde. And this may be somebody who does pay attention to astrology. But I do kind of think here, pile number two, like they're not going to really, express like their true feelings to you until Mercury goes direct. That's when they're going to let down their walls and their barriers. And we get a little confirmation there from that horn. But for now, it's like they're going to protect the relationship that you have, or they're going to, I don't think they're necessarily going to stay silent, but they're definitely going to defend you if that needs to happen. Like nobody can talk bad about you around this person. But look at that. We do see coming forward here, pile number two, a two-faced friend. It's not this person, because I got that really strong energy of this person defending you around others. And I'm thinking, well, why would they have to defend you around anyone? But here it is, because there's a two-faced friend. So for a lot of you, this is confirmation. This is a friend, right? And you might have a two-faced friend. They're going to defend you to that. We see dark man. So it could be this person. So this person could be a dark man, or this two-faced friend can be a dark man. Dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Okay. And we see mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. But you know what? I also feel like this person, other people know that this person is going to, defend you to the death. And I don't know who this person is that might be trying to talk bad about you, pile number two, but they definitely won't be able to do it in this person's presence, or nobody's going to be able to change their mind. Yeah, because I mean, that's how much they like love and respect you is what I'm getting. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know here? Advice and guidance for pile number two. You're going to get what you need. What you need is coming towards you. Now, maybe, we see moving on or closure issues. So if this is somebody that wants to reunite, I mean, maybe you're not going to get back together with them, for example, but know that they think very highly of you. They'll defend you to the death. But for a lot of you, I think you are going to get what you need out of this relationship. And it may be that you and this person start dating. But for others of you, if that's not the case, I mean, maybe this is an old friend of yours that certainly is attracted to you, but maybe if you're going to be seeing them during holiday season or something like that, like you're going to be planning like a special date or celebration, or, they're counting down the days till they see you. But I would expect communication from this person. Someone expressing love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So this person is definitely going to do that. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to tell you that they've always dreamt of, being your person or something like that. But they're definitely going to be letting you know that you're loved and that they think about you and that they care about you. For some of you, they might be telling you about this two-faced friend. Okay, like just they might be warning you a little bit about someone there, and it's not coming from any sort of ulterior motive. Okay, so that's what they're thinking about you secretly, pile number two, sending you love and light. Take care. Welcome in to those of you who chose pile number three. Let's see what this person is secretly thinking about you. So we see the Knight of Pentacles. We see the Chariot card. We see Temperance energy. Wow. All right. So we've got strong earth energy. Now this could be confirmation of who this person is, or maybe you have these in your chart. So we have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, we have Cancer, and we have Sagittarius energy here. Ooh, we have the Child Eternal archetype. We have the Servant. All right, and we have the Trickster. All right. We have Judication. We have Main Female. We have False Person. Okay, and then we have what they want to say to you. I regret lying to you. I know that I crossed the line with you, and I'm starting to understand our connection. Okay. So what I'm seeing here a lot of you, I do feel like this is an ex. And I feel like you may have made a decision here to break up with them or call things quits, or you called them out or something like that. Now, not for all of you is this a romantic reading. I mean, this could be a friend, a family member, a coworker, you name it. But for a lot of you, I am channeling that this may be somebody that you're no longer together with or you're on the outs with right now. Now, pile number 3, they're seeing you as the Knight of Pentacles. They see you as somebody who's steady, solid. You have a plan. You're prepared for whatever's coming next or whatever it is that you want to do. They see you as wildly independent. They see you as grounded. And they see you as somebody who really goes for it. But you plan it out however you're going to do something. So whether it's like you're getting a degree, whether you're trying to get the job of your dreams, whether it's a move, a vacation, like they see that you're a planner and you're really organized. And you look at the best way to do it and the best way to get there. But you definitely take your time thinking, and they do appreciate that about you. They like that about you, that you're always really well prepared. They see you as grounded. They see you as, they see you as connected to nature. They see you as really hardworking, almost to a fault, right? But they don't see it as a fault. But they see that you're loyal to what you love. You're loyal to your family, your friends, but also you're the type of person that's loyal to the job as well. Like whatever it is that you're doing, like you're reliable. I'm also seeing that this person sees you as quite fit. So, maybe you work out a lot or you take good care of yourself. But fit can also mean, especially those of you in the UK, like they're attracted to you. Or you're just an attractive person. Now, with the Chariot card, Cancerian energy, this person secretly feels like you two are very different, but you're meant for each other. But you complement each other really well. They see you as somebody who's very nurturing. They see you as somebody very creative. They see you as somebody who, again, isn't afraid to plan something out and then follow through on it. So you might be the type of person that travels by yourself, or, when you decide to make some sort of life change, like let's say you decide to buy a house, like you plan it out and then you take action on it. Like you're not somebody who sits around and just talks about doing stuff. And they see that really separates you from a lot of other people. So instead of sitting around and complaining and talking about what changes you want to make, like you make a plan and then you work your plan. They see you as somebody who's very loving and very nurturing, but you have to get into your inner circle. Like you're not going to be that way to just anybody. I'm also seeing some of you may like have pets or you work with animals. They do appreciate that. Like they know that you have a bit of a bleeding heart when it comes to like strays and things like that. Or, your cats or your dogs or whatever. There's this earthy energy or this connection to like plants and animals that I'm picking up on. But they also see that your business, you're not all like love and light, right? Like you are that, you embody that, but your hard work and your business. Not that you're hard work, but you know what I mean? Like you're about working hard and getting stuff done, and you're also very business oriented and you're successful because of that. They see you as a certified earth angel here with the Temperance card, Sagittarius energy. Some of you, they really admire that you travel or you like to travel. And for some of you in pile number 3, you might travel by yourself. Like they really like that about you. But they also feel like you have a healing presence. So like I said, some of you, it's like you've taken in strays, for example. Or people come to you for healing. Some of you in pile number 3, some of you, and this might be confirmation for some of you, but you're energy workers, you do Reiki, or you just give off this earth angel vibe to this person. They really admire that about you. But what they also really admire, though, is, like I said, you're not all love and light, right? There's this dark side, and you kind of straddle both. So you can walk in the light, you can walk in the dark. So you're definitely not stuffy. You're not stuffy. You're not conventional necessarily. They like that about you. You can see the big picture. You put yourself in other people's shoes is what I'm getting. And they do appreciate that about you. But it's like interesting, but you're not like a goody two shoes, right? You're a good person. You can walk in the light, but you can also, you have that naughty side, right? You can let loose, be naughty, or, you're not all Pollyanna, and they appreciate that about you. Now, child eternal energy here. They also feel like you're emotionally deep, philosophical. You see the world in different ways. So they do also really appreciate your opinion on things. Like they may even come to you and ask you about things that are more esoteric, for example. They might ask you about energy work or astrology or just how you are feeling in a particular situation, because they do know that they see you as somebody who's very connected to source energy, or maybe even know more about that kind of stuff than they do. With the child eternal archetype, pile number 3, they see you as determined to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. So they like the way you take care of yourself. Physically, they might admire you for looking younger than you actually are, acting younger than you actually are as well. Like, again, you're not conventional. Like, so no matter how old you are, like you'll still, if the situation calls for it, you'll stay up all night dancing and partying, right? For example, not to say that you do that all the time, but like, let's say people your age don't typically do that or something like that, right? And that you have an ability to see things with fresh eyes. So again, this person always really looks for and appreciates your perspective, especially when they're feeling a little bit lost or they feel like they need a different perspective. They definitely like to consult you or come to you, or would like to know how you would view the situation. Now, we see the servant energy, the shadow attribute. Now, this particular card says using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with your life. So for some of you, maybe this person feels like you don't charge enough for your services, or you don't honor your worth and your value with the job that you do. Like they might feel like you should be making a lot more money than you actually do. And that's not going to be for all of you. I mean, some of you in pile number 3, you're very successful and you're where you want to be in your careers. But for others of you, I feel like sometimes this person may feel like you work too cheap, or, you give too much. And I think they wish that you didn't do that, right? Like more so for your own sake. I'm also getting that for some of you, yeah, like they feel like you could be doing, or you could be more than you are. Now they think the world of you, of course. But for example, like if you have your own business and it kind of is struggling, like this person doesn't understand why, because like you're so awesome at what you do, right? Or for some of you, they're like, I don't know. They just feel like you have potential to. What I kind of get is like they feel like you have potential to be making more money than you actually are. That's what I get from that card. And maybe sometimes they feel like you don't necessarily see that. You don't see that you're worth so much more than what like you're getting paid, right? That's in a financial aspect. I mean, it could also be like that they worry that you don't see how valuable you are to the people around you. Maybe you have friends or family members that aren't particularly appreciative, or as appreciative as they should be, and this person sees that. Now, we see the trickster energy. So I definitely feel like this person feels like you're unconventional, you're not stuffy. They don't feel like you're predictable. But we see with the trickster, the shadow attribute, manipulating others through duplicity. Now, I don't think that that's the case. I don't think this person sees you as manipulative. In fact, I feel here they see you as quite the opposite. They see you as somebody who's quite honest. But what I'm getting here is I think this person sometimes feels like maybe you don't realize your own worth and your value, or that you don't realize how much you really truly deserve. So say this is a friend, okay, or maybe it's an ex or whoever this person is, they might, like hate the people that you've dated or hate the situations that you've been involved in. And they're like, if they only saw pile number 3, if you only saw yourself the way I saw you, you wouldn't put yourself in those situations, or you wouldn't get involved in those situations. So I'm not getting that they think that you're manipulative or duplicitous or anything like that. I'm reading this more as like they feel like you don't see your worth and your value the way they see it. Now, with this judication energy, some of you, if this is somebody that you've broken up with, for example, I think they have some serious regrets about that. Whether you broke up with them or they broke up with you, that's what I'm seeing. I think they're seeing things clearly, especially for those of you where this is a breakup, that they're wishing that hadn't happened. But I'm also seeing here with this judication energy, it's interesting. This person might know that you don't really like formal stuff. Okay. And what I mean by that is like, not to say that you don't go through proper channels. I mean, you definitely do there with the Knight of Pentacles and things like that. But I kind of feel like they know that you don't like being told what to do. You might be a little bit rebellious, pile number 3 is kind of what I'm getting. You don't like being told what to do. Maybe some of you have had troubles with the law or with authority is kind of what I'm getting. I could definitely see pile number 3, you being rebellious and free-spirited. But I feel like this person secretly feels like sometimes that gets in your way. Again, they have care and concern for you, but they may sometimes feel like that gets in your way. I think this person regrets, especially for those of you who are not in a relationship with this person any longer, they regret that that's the case. But it's like they're seeing it now, that they wish that you were their person. But I also feel like this person feels, pile number 3, that sometimes you shy away from the spotlight. Like, almost like you don't see your worth and your value, or like that you're worth so much, you have so much to share, you're so talented, you deserve the spotlight, but it's like you kind of evade it, or you don't like it. And I feel like that's something they don't understand, or they didn't understand about you. This person really deeply admires you, pile number 3. And this person sees you as somebody who they see you as somebody who's real, like one of the only real ones there are. And I feel like they see you as somebody who walks a path that many other people can't. I'm really getting a little emotional here, pile number 3, because it's like they're seeing that you have chosen maybe a path, not the path of least resistance like most people, but that you've chosen, you're free-spirited, a bit more rebellious, but you've chosen a difficult path. And they see you as somebody who's extremely talented, but you're also somebody that needs to 100% honor your own authority. And that sometimes that might cause you some problems. And sometimes it might make things harder, but there's a deep admiration and respect for you here, pile number 3. And again, for some of you, this might be a parent, this might be a sibling, this might be a neighbor, it might be a boss, it might be a best friend. It could be anybody. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. But because I do get like this person respects and admires you for the path that you've chosen. Although sometimes they may not have understood your choices, but it feels like they are starting to understand your choices now that either you're getting older or time has passed or whatever your situation is. They also feel like you could be getting paid a lot more than you're worth, or for your talents. Like some of you, you're amazing artists, but you do it for therapy, right? For your own therapy. And maybe you don't even sell your work, things like that, right? Like you do it, but like the stuff that you create, they think is mind blowing. So I'm just going to leave that there for you, pile number 3. Now, this person, what they want to say to you is, I regret lying to you. So there may be something that they said that they wish they hadn't. Now, this could be either to make themselves look cool or feel better about something, or maybe they felt they couldn't be honest with you about something. So they have regrets there. They know that they crossed a line with you. So definitely more regrets here. Hindsight is definitely giving this person 20/20 vision, but they are starting to understand this connection and the purpose of it. And I think you've taught this person, pile number 3, a lot of lessons. All right. What is this person's future actions towards pile number 3? In the next 7 days or so, what are this person's future actions towards pile number 3? Knight of Swords. So you may get communication. You may even see this person. We get the 4 of Swords. They may come in trying to heal things with you or make amends. Interesting. And we get the 5 of Swords. Yep, this person's going to go for it. Now, they might bring conflict or confrontation if it's, somebody that you're on the outs with. But I think this person is going to communicate. This Pluto in Aquarius energy, and I'm seeing Aquarius energy, may have really affected this person. They feel they need to come in and apologize to you. They need to tell you the truth. They're seeing, like hindsight is now 20/20. They have a lot they want to tell you. And a lot of it's really good. I think a lot of it's going to be really heartwarming, pile number 3. A lot of it feels like it's exactly what you've needed to hear. All right. So what else we need to know is disappointment in a friend or lover. Okay. So this person may talk to you about disappointments. They might tell you about a disappointment they've experienced with a friend or a lover that's not you. But it's going to be a lighthearted and carefree time. Okay, so it's going to be fun, this reconnection, or more lighthearted than you're expecting. And someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. So again, it doesn't necessarily mean that this person is leaving forever, but it could be that this person is talking to you and now being able to laugh about some sort of ending. I'm not getting a death, right? I'm getting more so this person might tell you about, their last relationship ended, and you two might be able to laugh about it now. Or this person might tell you about a rift that they've had with another friend. Is kind of what I'm getting. But I also feel any sort of hard feelings here between the two of you is also what's coming to an end. And I feel like it's going to be very rewarding. Okay, I feel like it's going to be a very rewarding conversation, even if it's going to be tense at times. It's going to be an extremely rewarding conversation here or communication with this person, pile number 3. And at the very least, I feel like you're going to come away from it knowing that this person has regrets for the way they treated you in the past, and also that how much they respect and admire you and the decisions you've made, because not everybody has the strength and power that you do. Okay, let's see. Final messages, advice, and guidance for pile number 3. Yeah, Spirit saying take a chance or a risk here. I think this person it feels kind of risky, but they know what they need to do. They need to come in and tell you how they really feel. I don't feel like you necessarily have to be strategic. I feel more so that you just have to take a risk here and hear them out. And we see the Phoenix. Get ready for a new phase in this relationship. It might be something that just brings you closure or warms your heart or gives you validation after all this time. It may result in the transformation or rekindling of a relationship here. It could be romantic for some of you, for others of you. It might be like a sibling or family member or friend. But I think that the communication here is going to really change your mind about them. And at the bottom of the deck, we see stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, and shocking attack. So I think this is coming, pile number 3, after experiencing. Now, I'm not saying this person necessarily stabbed you in the back. It's possible. Okay. But for a lot of you, I just feel like after a period of separation, there's going to be this major healing within this connection because they're starting to get it. They're starting to see things differently. And yeah. And that's where I'm going to leave it, pile number 3. Sending you so much love and light. Take care.